guys, welcome back to the channel and another Disney's Magic Kingdoms game video. So today I'm going to be continuing the Star Wars limited time event, which is called A Galaxy Far, Far Away. So we are going to be working on bringing in another character today. Now this Star Wars character is not going to be part of the limited time event, but part of the permanent content that was added in this last update. We already brought in R2-D2, so now we need to bring in C-3PO. So that's going to be really great. That's going to kind of help us to expand the kingdom, get some new land, which is going to be great. Now I know that I won't probably be unlocking all of that land today, but hopefully in the next video or so I will be able to do that. Also, in terms of the actual limited time event, I am hoping to unlock Poe a little bit later on, so we need to bring in that pilot. It just depends on how quickly. Now he is officially unlocked today, so that's going to be great. We're going to talk about the characters who can collect for him. We're going to be talking about some of the character token conflicts as well with Finn and R2 and C-3PO and all of that. Also as well the Stormtrooper. So there is going to be a lot of that sort of happening, so hopefully I'll be able to help guide some of you guys to that point. So that you guys can kind of judge when you want to level up certain characters and when. Now, speaking of leveling up a character, you have to get Finn to a level 2 before you can build the very first attraction in this event, which is the Cantina. So we do need to build that. I'm not going to have the Star Wars land unlocked just yet in time to actually place that into the kingdom. So I'm going to be working on that, and that's kind of why I need C-3PO in today. So here we go, leveling up Finn to a 2, and then I'll work on finding a spot for the new attraction. So here he is, back into the kingdom. We actually welcomed him in my last video. And he is now a level 2. Yes! Did you see that? Did you see that? I did see you come back into the kingdom. Awesome. Now we've got some dialogue. Stormtrooper training comes with plenty of blind spots. I can handle a blaster just fine, but stealth, not so much. Well, besides when I snuck those tunnel bats off Starkiller Base in a garbage barge, but that was a spur-of-the-moment thing. Sounds like it. Now, though, pretty much all my missions are covert. If we want to keep from tipping off the First Order, they have to be. It's been a lot of learning on the job, and sometimes running away if I get spotted, but I'm starting to get used to it. Boots on the ground. This is a side quest, so send Finn to do some covert mission. So, not yet. Side quests will have to wait a little bit. Obviously, event quests are more important, so going to be working on that first. Now, if you guys remember, I did decide to enchant the musical celebration again to the second enchantment to help me out with Hector's ears hats from the Coco collection, just because I'm having a lot of trouble getting those, and I do need to get him leveled up a little bit more. His progress is super slow. So he's kind of my weakest link from that collection, so I'm kind of trying to help everything out at least there. And I think that that attraction will definitely do it. Now, I know a lot of the attractions aren't going to be useful once they get later on to like the higher enchantments. They're really going to be horrible and useless. But, I think for certain ones, especially if they're like enchantable at a 1 or a 2, it might be, quite useful actually to help out level up the characters. So don't forget, guys, we have to collect these adorable little puffies, guys. They're like the cute little birds. I love them. I think they're cute. They're porgs, to be honest, but yeah, I just call them puffies because they are puffy and they're cute, and I know Chewie loves them, and I totally love that they are the actual tapper for this. Again, I just think they're like the cutest thing ever. I kind of wish they were a character, but I get why they aren't, so it is kind of fun to have them in the event. So the Cantina, guys, it is going to be 1 hour to build it. It is going to produce some currency every 8 hours, so that's going to be great, and it's also going to help with Finn's vest. So yeah, I really need to get this in my kingdom. Now, problem is since I don't have that new Star Wars land yet, yeah, we didn't really have enough time to get all that unlocked and everything before the event started. So I'm going to remove one of the biggest, if not the biggest, attraction that is kind of useless to me at the moment. So I'm going to kind of throw it here. Wow. In comparison, this is really small. Oh, well. That's good, I guess. Good space, you know. It fits very well. So we'll just gotta put it here for now until I get that Star Wars land, hopefully in the next couple of days. And then we can start decorating the Star Wars area. Yay! Super happy about that. So yeah, we'll kind of just leave things for a bit now, and then we'll get some of the dialogue. Now C-3PO, he has 4 hours, guys, to welcome into the kingdom. He's only 500 magic, which is like seriously awesome. Just because most of the characters these days are quite expensive, the ones they add. So like, do you guys remember DuckTales being added? Yeah, they were not cheap. So I am very, very happy that, you know, this has all worked out. Oh, and I just remembered Ducky and Bunny, they were super expensive as well. So we had a lot of expensive characters like over the summer. But yeah, I'm super happy that the Star Wars permanent content characters are a little bit cheaper and easier to manage for sure. So yeah, we'll start that process for C-3PO and then get him in here because we need him ASAP. You've built the Cantina. Okay, so guys, it's being built anyway. So pretty much how this is gonna go is if you want to enchant it, you're going to have a bundle here that you guys can get. It's gonna give you enough blueprints, relics, obviously tokens and stuff like that to get enchant it straight away. The gems are just kind of like a little bit of an extra thing there, but you will obviously have to use the magic. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead with the dialogue here. It's quite cool. I love when it's like just before I click, you know, the building process, it like glitters cool. All right, here we go. A cantina. Yes, that'll work. I mean, I think it'll work. I've only really been to one cantina before, ever. And that one got leveled by an airstrike. So, quest complete. Care for a drink? Okay, not the point. Really not the point. Yeah, no, we're gonna keep this cantina in the kingdom. Just saying, we need this one. All right, you got this. Just head in there, see if anyone's a resistance sympathizer. Don't tell anyone you used to be a stormtrooper. Get out. Easy. I don't know if it's gonna be that easy, but we'll see, bud. Can't be any worse than Canto Bite. I hope. And drinks? Right. Send Finn to scout for backup in the cantina. Alright, yeah, go for a drink, bud. Go for a drink. So we'll send him there. That's going to be 4 hours. Holy moly. Okay, well, that's fine. Here we go. Yes! I can't believe that worked. Honestly, I was not sure that was going to work. I mean, yeah, you can tell if any of the locals were resistance friendly. Most of them. But one of the ones who did said she saw a dinged up starfighter touch down a couple kilometers from here. Quest complete. If that's who I think it is, I'm gonna have all the backup I need. It'd be just like Poe to have beat me here. Even in a loner ship, that guy can really fly. Welcome, one hotshot pilot. Welcome, Poe. Okay, so we have unlocked him now, which is fantastic. I do need to, however, bring in C-3PO first. That is obviously the most important thing here. And then we'll talk about... yeah, I guess then we'll talk about what we need for Poe. And as you guys can see, Finn's going to take a little bit to collect for again, but that'll be alright. It's not the end of the world. It's still manageable. Now, happiness, guys, that is the one thing I really need to work on still. I mean, I've literally I check my kingdom every couple hours, and I'm doing the happiness that's there, but it's just, like, not enough to increase it, really. Like, it just basically stays the same. I mean, maybe it might go up a tiny bit if I didn't actually require any sleep whatsoever, but I mean, I do, and without actually spending money on chests and stuff, I don't see how it's gonna go up, or I decide to lock it in, which I haven't made that decision yet because I'm determined to make the happiness go up on its own, but it literally just doesn't really seem to do that. So I can see how, you know, if your kingdom isn't already in ecstatic, I can see how newer players might have a little bit of trouble getting it up high enough to get into ecstatic during this event to have better drops. Because you have to remember, our drops are going to be way better with our characters if our kingdom is obviously a higher happiness tier. So ecstatic is kind of where you want to be. I used to be there all the time until they changed all the happiness stuff and kind of personally kind of ruined it. I mean, just being honest, it's just like, you know, it's been very difficult for me to like do anything other than, you know, set my timers every 2 hours. It's like, you know, then I can see my happiness go up a bit. But again, if I sleep for 6 to 8 hours, which, you know, sometimes people actually need to do, you know, without any, you know, cellular devices around you, then it literally just makes it impossible without locking it in or, again, spending real money, or even both. So just kind of be aware of that, guys. You may need to do both of those things if you want to have any chance of getting there. Even if you're a small kingdom, even just growing it up until that point, it's going to be hard. I might, if guys, the one time I might actually lock it in is on like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I might decide to take a 24-hour period there and actually lock it in, just because it's like family and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't need my happiness dropping any more than it already has. Yeah, I really didn't want to waste my elixirs on this, but I think I might have a couple of decorations I can now trade in for some of those elixirs, so we'll see. I'm definitely not buying any more scrolls, though, because scrolls literally just ruin it. Like, because they just take like 600 elixirs, and yeah, it's kind of crazy and not really that beneficial and stuff like that to do that. So in my opinion, obviously, and this is my kingdom and like how it's run and stuff, I know some people have had better luck getting their happiness up. I don't know, like some people are kind of in the, like a lot of people actually I should say, have expressed sort of the same concerns I have about the happiness dropping, but I think a lot of newer players don't realize how important it actually is. I know I used to talk about it all the time as like being the number one thing that was like beneficial for the kingdom, but now it's like, you know, I just don't know if that's gonna quite be as easy. All right, here we go.
Oh, hello, I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations.
It's kind of cool because we already had dialogue with him, and now it's just kind of like we're continuing that because he had all the dialogue with like R2 and everything. So it's kind of cool that, you know, he's officially here now. Quest complete. Welcome a protocol droid.
Though I'm afraid there may not be many humans within my sensor range at the moment.
What? Well, maybe some mermaids and stuff, but we got some humans in the kingdom. Congratulations, you've completed the Star Wars collection. So I got 12 gems for that, guys. And yeah, I'm actually quite excited about this. I can use the gems, so that's great, actually.
It isn't commonly known, but I do maintain a network of individuals willing to share information pertinent to the Resistance. Which, I might add, is by no means a droid spy network, no matter what Master Demerin says.
New master, I see.
I instructed most of those contacts to go underground following D-Quar, but given how little data I have on this new sector, well, perhaps I should see whether any of the local droids would be sympathetic to our cause, just as a precaution.
Operatives, not spies, send C-3PO to recruit new droids for his network. Okay, so that is 8 hours? Yeah, no, hold on a second.
I'm programmed for protocol and diplomatic relations, not reconnaissance. And yet, here I am tasked with scouting an entirely unknown region, hardly my area of expertise. How I get myself into these situations, I shall never know.
Oh dear. This is a kingdom quest. Okay, conduct. Yeah, he needs to be a 2. No. We need to do this, guys, for the land. Damn. Okay. Shoot, it has to be done, guys. This is a problem. All right. We got to deal with Ralph here. Oh yeah, can't beat a couple of bunches of cherries for classic power-up goodness. Penelope will love these. The burgers I sent over a while back were good and all, but they don't give you points when you eat them. I should know. Actually, I don't know if they even have points in Slaughter Race, which is weird. How do you know how good they're doing? Oh my gosh. I like that game. Points for eating burgers or pizza. I'm down. I mean, Vanellope did talk about something called achievements this one time, but I don't really know what that is. Quest complete. Add to inventory. Anywho. Points or no points, hopefully these'll still taste okay. Yes, they will. I'm sure they will. So the great thing, guys, about doing the secondary storyline here is going to be because it's going to give us some additional currency, which I am obviously all for. Thanks for helping me out, Spamly. I don't go through the internet so much, so it'd really help to have a guide. Don't worry about it, pal. Hey, with all the heat I'm getting from the ad blockers these days, I'm just glad to be working. Now, I took the liberty of putting together a list of sites you might want to visit on your way over to Slaughter Race. What? Well, thanks. But I really don't think that's necessary. Please, it's on the house. Just one of the many services that the Spamly family provides its clients. Starting right now. Go Spamly. He's got goals, guys. He's got goals. And he's celebrating them. Alright, I get why that baby likes to cha-cha. I mean, who doesn't? But why does that banana even want a sandwich? What? I feel like it's like a Fortnite thing or something. I don't know. Beats me. Those Internet 1.0 celebrities can be real hard to read, but I figured I'd start you off with the basics first. The basics? What are the basics? New environment list. Send Ralph and Spamly to task plan tour. Hey gosh, I wish they would stop writing those quests like that. It's like, why? It's so confusing. Anyways, alright, we need to bring Spamly back. He was visiting home. That way I didn't send him out on any long quests or anything like that to interfere with that secondary storyline dialogue. So, yeah, I kind of did that before the event just so I didn't have any problems with it. And since they're all maxed out, it kind of works out nicely for me. So I did, guys, lose one little clip-a-rooney where I did a couple of things. And yeah, I was so upset I actually lost the clip. The first thing is purchasing the Star Wars Parade Float. So it was 50 gems, guys, or you could buy it in a bundle. It was actually pretty reasonable. I ended up buying the bundle for real money. Now, the thing is that you have to make sure if you want to kind of utilize this properly, please make sure you actually put it on your Parade Float list, because the one thing, like, I didn't do it this time, but I have done it in the past where, like, I've sent out my Parade Float just after buying
the new one, and it doesn't automatically equip it, guys. So you do need to make sure that you have a slot available and put it on. Again, it might be just like one of those dumb things that I'm kind of reminding you to do, but it is just something that I've had happen before, and I literally don't want you guys to have the same mistake happen even one time, because it's just so inconvenient. Like, I mean, we have this massively long cooldown time and stuff, and if you guys want to get the most out of your, you know, collecting for character tokens and stuff, especially if your happiness is a tad low, you just don't want to forget to add the parade float. So I can't emphasize enough, just make sure if you're buying it, no matter how you buy it, just actually equip it onto your list of parades. So yeah, it's very important that you guys do. If you guys are wondering how helpful the parade float is going to be, it's going to be pretty helpful. I always find it's helpful during the event, but also after. So even if you guys are like, I don't really want it, but I mean, who wouldn't want the Millennium Falcon personally? But I mean, like, if you were like, I don't know if it's worth the gems, it is worth it. And especially with this event, it is a pretty big event because we're also getting permanent content stuff. With this event, we're obviously going to be adding more Star Wars characters and stuff in the future, so just get this one. I feel like this is one of those ones that you don't want to miss out on. Just putting it out there, guys. It's kind of a necessary one. Alright, so let's take a look at Poe. So, our pilot, he needs a helmet. So we have got 3 characters that can currently do that right now. So Goofy, we've got the Stormtrooper, if you guys bought him yesterday, and also Sarge. So 4, 4, and 6 hours are the times there. Now, it does look like when we do get Poe, we can use Finn and they can go out on a quest together. Now, in terms of Poe's ears hat here, the parade float is going to be useful for this, so definitely a huge bonus. Finn is going to be the Stormtrooper and Woody. Now the Cantina, it looks like it will be as well, but the only thing with that, I do believe that you need to enchant the Cantina to the first enchantment for that to happen. So that would mean, guys, that you would probably have to buy the special bundle, which I'll show you probably again in a sec. It was the one I showed you a little bit earlier before I actually had clicked the Cantina to be built. Remember that bundle that I showed you guys with the blueprints and relics and stuff like that? That's the bundle, guys, that you are going to make sure that you want to go ahead and buy if you're, you know, again, gonna want some help there collecting for his ears hats. Or if you're having some trouble, I would say this is a really great way to ensure that you're gonna kind of keep up with everything with it. So I am considering it. I'm not gonna buy the bundle today. I'm gonna just kind of see how the collecting goes without it, just because I'm not a huge fan, obviously, of the enchantment stuff with the kingdom. I think it's just made the game so much more complicated and crazy. There was just no need for that. They could have just made the rarity like a little bit easier, or you don't need to collect as many. But I guess they're just trying to give big kingdoms something to do. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a little bit much, to be honest. But yeah. Anyways, it's kind of becoming a little bit of a necessity there to do. Now, again, like, I say enchant, but don't, like, overdo it, because, again, it's just not worth it. You can do it without even enchanting anything. But again, you just have to be a little bit more on top of your kingdom, obviously, and stuff. So I am a little shocked, though, that we are having such drastic character token conflicts. Like, again, the helmet, and then obviously we're getting C-3PO's arm, like, for Goofy there. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be such a disaster, because I need to level up C-3PO, but at the same time, for the land, right? But at the same time, it's just like, I also need to get Poe in here. Now, I know it's not like I'm not falling behind or anything, so I'm not worried, but you guys are going to have to kind of make that decision and stuff, like whether you're going to focus on, like, C-3PO first, and then work on Poe, or you're going to work on Poe and then C-3PO. So I'm kind of doing it, I'm kind of working on both right now because I can, but if you guys are you feel like falling a bit behind, or you're nervous about things, then I would definitely say just empty out like a section in your kingdom, and then that way you're going to be able to throw in some of those attractions and stuff like that until you get that land. So just kind of keep going with the storyline and stuff like that in the event, and just see how you're pacing. So if you're like roughly where I am right now, then I'd say you guys are doing fantastic, and just keep doing your thing. Don't worry too much. But again, if you're a bit worried about that whole land situation and conflicts and stuff like that, just focus on Poe. Like, honestly, C-3PO can wait a little bit.
to get him in here to obviously help out and do some of that storyline, at least at this point, right? Like, it's just not worth focusing on him too much. And again, especially since you need him at a 2, it's like, I really do wish I had had that extra day, though, with the update, which obviously all us iOS users already know that kind of missed a whole day of the actual event being available to us, so it kind of screwed us over. I feel like it's definitely screwing up my character token conflicts and stuff right now. So yeah, again, I'm kind of trying to balance both, but obviously the event stuff is a little bit more important at this point. You guys can take other stuff out. There's definitely room in everybody's kingdom to empty out some, section of land. Even if you don't want to, that you can do it and still make this all work. But yeah, again, you might just miss out on a little bit of magic, but it won't be that much to stress out over. It's more just stressful of like making your kingdom look pretty and stuff. That's why I just took out the one attraction, because I'm like, yeah, that'll definitely do it. Now, okay, so I do want to let you guys know that clip that I did lose where I did buy the a parade float for the Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon. The whole thing is that I also lost the clip where in that bundle you get a chest, and in that chest I actually managed to get Concession Stand. So I'll show you guys that in a second here. I did get Star Wars relics though, yes, from Bronze Chest. Awesome. That's good, because if I can get enough, then I may not have to buy the bundle. I'm going to show you it right now, though. So there's a couple bundles right now. The event currency one, it's going to give you gems and 2,500 event currency. Again, prices will vary depending on what country you're in. But I would say just think about that one. Just wait a little bit, see how you're doing on currency and stuff as we go. You can buy that at any point. Now, the Cantina bundle, that's this one here. That's obviously got a lot of relics and stuff. I'm probably going to buy this, but again, not today. Then we've got the Holiday Thrill bundle, which has been there a couple of days now. And then now they're Wreck-It Ralph Legendary Chest. So these are for you guys that are missing characters in that collection, want to still do the secondary storyline and get some of that additional event currency. I love doing the secondary storyline for like the quests and stuff like that. Like, I love dialogue, but the one thing is that it is very useful for currency as well. Like, it adds up as you go. So if you can kind of get that done, you'll be much better off than you would be without it. Now, the other thing too is those concession stands, they are going to actually help me out a lot with currency, hence why I need to make sure I put them in my kingdom. So yeah, I was kind of a bit discouraged earlier that I lost the clip. So I was like, oh no, this is horrible. So I didn't actually put them into the kingdom because I just I was so consumed by that whole thing. So I will kind of make sure that that I do that though, like in 2 seconds. I already have 4 of 8 of the helmets. Oh my gosh, that's super good. It's just the ears hats, I think, that are a little slow. Holy moly, we're gonna get Poe like super soon. We've had like so many characters in the last few days that have been welcomed. It's just absolutely crazy. Like, holy moly. So we've had R2, today C-3PO, we've had Finn, what was it, yesterday, the Stormtrooper yesterday, and now Poe is most likely going to be tomorrow. It's just like, what? That's crazy. Literally nuts. So, yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to getting Poe in here, though. I think the dialogue for him is going to be, like, a lot of fun. I don't know why, but I just feel like we need him, and I think him and Finn are like a great kind of duo there. So I think, again, I'm hoping there's gonna be some good dialogue. The dialogue seems pretty good so far, so I mean, nothing like overly dramatic and exciting, but I mean, it still seems pretty good. Okay, so let's do those concession stands that I was talking about. All right, so here in the cobalt chest, they're calling them, so these blue ones, there's the red lightsaber and the blue lightsaber. I have 2 blue lightsabers, guys. They were a special chance reward. I got 2 of them, so super happy about that. And yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of surprised I did. I was hoping I'd get 1 of each, but I mean, that's fine. I'm still happy. I was like, at first I was like, I want the blue one so bad. Blue. And then I got blue and I was like, yeah. Sorry, you missed that reaction, guys. But yeah, we're going to throw that in the king. When I got the second one, I was like, oh, awesome. Again. But yeah, I was kind of hoping for one of each, but it's not too late. I can still have the opportunity to get one at some point in this event. So here we go. There they are. I think I'm going to turn one of them the other way so you guys can see it from 2 angles. Now it kind of looks like they're fighting it out here. Amazing. I love lightsabers. They're amazing. Actually, Fortnite has them right now, guys. Been like totally doing so much of that. But having those lightsabers, they're like literally the coolest thing. Yeah, I actually got the Millennium Falcon as well as like my glider. So anyway, it's a bit of a Fortnite thing, but I've been on Twitch sort of doing that whole thing. I've taken a couple of days here just with the holidays and stuff like that. But I am going to be doing one tomorrow night. So we're going to be using those lightsabers, opening some Fortnite Christmas presents and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully I will see you guys there. And yeah, we do have a Stormtrooper. Maybe not, you know, First Order, but we definitely have the Sith one. So it's a red Stormtrooper. I also have Rey. So those were gifted to me, which was really awesome. So again, thank you so much for that, guys. And yeah, I got now 2 new gliders. Like, I'm all Star Wars'd up, so I'll definitely have to make sure I use them tomorrow. Now, I want to know who saw the new Star Wars movie. Let me know how it was in the comment section below. Yeah, I kind of just want to hear everything. I don't even care about spoilers, to be honest, but if you're worried about putting it there to, like, you know, ruin it for other people, you can either put like spoilers alert, or you can just send me an email and like fill me in on what happened, because like I literally want to know. I really don't care about spoilers at the moment, just because I literally want to know with this event how this whole thing is going to go, or what direction it's going. So it would be really nice to know ahead of time. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to actually go see the movie during the holidays, unfortunately. I still got a lot of stuff to do, guys, so yeah. Anyway, that's enough jibber jabber about Christmas and obviously Star Wars, but I am having fun in this event so far, and I am looking forward to adding more of these awesome looking characters into my kingdom. So thanks guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys give it a big Mickey thumbs up, subscribe if you guys are new, and of course hit that bell for post notifications. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Ooh.